The Phonograph by Sammy Hype. The phonograph was invented in 1877, approximately 30 years after the man Thomas Edison, the inventor, had been born. This lovely invention was created by an idea of mixing two already made inventions, the telephone and the telegraph, both made by Thomas Edison himself. Now, Edison was working on a machine that could transcribe telegraphic messages through indentations on paper tape, which could be sent over the telegraph repeatedly, so that you could play the message multiple times if you wanted to. Now, the phonograph went from reading long strips of paper to a two-sided disc coated in tinfoil. Now, that took a long time to do, but the idea was still the same. A needle would go through and make vertical indentions on a piece of paper or the tinfoil, and when the disc or the paper was read, it would be gliding along another needle that would read it, and so therefore transmitting whatever sound it needs to make due to the indentions onto the paper or the disc. The impact that this phonograph had on society was huge. I mean, not only could the phonograph transmit messages multiple times over the telegraph, but it could also transfer music. Now, there was no such thing as recorded music. You went to go see a musician and you heard them, or you heard about them. But now with the phonograph and having the records, as the discs with the tinfoil would be called later, you could get an artist's work in your own home if you were so lucky to have a phonograph. Now, people were very surprised at this because it's just one of those inventions that it just blows your mind. But people had a very huge impact with it, and it was great for the economy to build music industry and just to get that started. And to finally wrap it up, the phonograph went from this little thing right here, where you would crank it up and it would transmit any messages that you may have recorded already, to having a horn, which also would create the sound louder, and you'd crank it up and you have the needle on the disc in this little area right here. I mean, it would open up and you would stick the disc in there, you set the needle on it and you close it, and then you crank it up and it's done. Yeah, that would be the intentions of a phonograph, which is great for the music industry. It was great for the communications, and it wowed everybody.